question which then besiege attention is that why is it that leaders fail at acquiring the right kind of organizational skills? And for the answer, we go back again to this analogy of using these three devices. Let me talk about an organization, and let's assume the knife here represents somebody from the marketing division. Don't think that the marketing guy is stab, okay? This is just a metamorphical reference. The fork, let's assume, represents the finance department, and the spoon as the HR. What happens more often than not is that when we are still young in our career, we are typically trained to specialize in that single specific function. Marketing, finance, HR. And then suddenly one fine day, we are bestowed upon or conferred upon us the great responsibility of becoming a division head or handling an entire branch. And we are then needed to organize people across the streams for which we are ill prepared. And there are three malaise, three shortfalls from which we are suffering, which can be called as the A.B.C. of what ails people in hampering their organizational skills, where A stands for abuse of resources, B stands for biased use of resources, and C stands for changing frequently. Abuse would mean when you are using a wrong resource for a wrong purpose. Literally, like using the knife or the fork to drink the soup. Bias is when a leader lets his or her prejudice or preferences prevail over the common sense of using the right resource at the right manner at the right timing. And C is that innate habit of a leader to be changing and shuffling the resources very frequently just because a leader has the power to do that. To give a simple illustration, let's look at some of our cricketing captains of the past. You just won a great series in India on the spin supporting low-lying tracks of Indian subcontinent. Your spinners, they did a great job. You had, let's say, 3 to 4 spinners who did wonderful in that series. Next is an upcoming tour to England, Australia. What happens? A captain starts developing a feeling for a lucky charm. One, let's say a finger spinner, who may have been wonderfully effective in India. But the question is, would he work on the seaming conditions in England, or would he work on the hard, bouncy tracks of Australia? Answer is no. The same pacers who were useless in India could be actually a great asset out there overseas. On the other hand, a spinner who was a godsend for you on the low-lying, high-spinning Indian tracks may not be that successful overseas. The problem of organization skills is that the leader would then get misled by the trap of A, B, C, abuse a resource by using the spinners overseas, be biased in letting his or her preferences prevail in the decision making, and then changing the resources, not allowing them to settle. This leads to the decay of a leader and probably the doom of an organization. The question which then begs attention is, how do we help leaders acquire great organization skills?